I've seen a lot of people do 12-hour readathons, spending the day curled up under blankets with a stack of books, and it got me thinking, what if I did something like that, but with games instead? My gaming backlog has been staring me down for ages, and I've been wanting a good excuse to finally spend some quality time with a few of those games. So I set up my space and I got ready to spend the whole day gaming. The first game I chose to play was Minecraft, one of my favorite games. I play on a multiplayer server I share with friends. We each have our own fantasy race, and mine is elf, naturally. We play on a modded server and we use mods like Origins, which give us unique traits depending on our race. I've been working on building terraces in my woodland realm. I use Light Matica to create schematics of my builds, kind of like magical blueprints, which really helps me bring my vision to life. Also, quick heads up, we're under a heat advisory the whole day, so if you hear a background hum in any of my clips, that's just our IC units trying their very best to cool down the house. Honestly, I thought about not filming this at all because the audio wasn't perfect, but I'm trying to create no matter what situation I'm in. Even when things aren't ideal, I want to keep showing up and sharing these cozy little moments with you. So thanks for bearing with the background hum and for being here. This is my child Rurik. He's always got to be near me. So after a few hours of Minecraft, I took a break to make lunch. I like having these little reset moments. It helps the day feel more intentional instead of like I'm just glued to a screen. It's also really nice to stand and stretch my body. A little while later, Rurik climbed to my lap and gave me the classic cat expression, half judgment, half affection. It felt like he was telling me, okay, enough scrolling, time to focus on your game. Honestly, he had a point. Thanks, buddy. While I play Minecraft, I like to listen to audiobooks. This past winter, during my sad girl era, I ended up listening to around 20 books while playing this game. Today, I listened to Scythe. I'm really into it so far. It's eerie, fast-paced, and full of tension, in a world where a group of people are in charge of population control. It's one of those morally complex stories that really make you think. This terrace build has been taking me forever, and I'm kind of ready to be done with it. The next build I want to do is a map room. I ran out of lanterns, so I had to go to the villagers to trade for some more. It was time for a stretch break and to go bother my cat. I decided to close all the curtains to try and cool off the room a bit more. It didn't really work though, I was still sweating. For my second game of the day, I switched over to Fantasy Life 2. I'll be honest, I'd been kind of avoiding this one. I was obsessed with the original back on my 3DS, but I wasn't really feeling the look or vibe of this new version. The aesthetic didn't really grab me. I tend to prefer fantasy medieval settings, but filming this gave me the push I needed to actually sit down and give it a proper try. And once I stopped comparing it to the original, it started to grow on me. There's still that same charm underneath it all. Quirky NPCs, cute crafting systems, and a world that encourages you to explore without overwhelming you. There are 14 different lives to choose from, which gives you a ton of freedom to play the way you want. I picked the Magician life to start with since it was one of my favorites from the original. The combat has a fun rhythm to it, and the class abilities feel powerful and satisfying. After trying out the Magician, I decided to start the Tailor life, because a girl loves clothes. I've always loved games that let you customize outfits or craft your own looks, and this class is basically made for that, and it gave me a nice break from the combat. I was really struggling with the tailor crafting minigame. It was surprisingly tricky, but I'm determined to get the hang of it because I want to make all the cute outfits.
I think I need to level up my crafting first. But I'm not really sure how to do that. I think I need to go hunt for some fibers out in the wild.
No, I just needed to get good. Smooth brain. I decided to go grab a snack and swap out some laundry because even in the middle of a game-a-thon, real life waits for no one. After that little reset, I came back to Fantasy Life. At this point, I'm really starting to enjoy the game. I was really loving trying out all the different lives. For my third game of the day, I moved over to my computer to play Dragon Age 2. I've made it pretty far in the game, but still haven't finished it. I absolutely loved Dragon Age Origins. The characters, the storylines, I got so invested. Dragon Age 2 has been harder for me to connect with. I think it's because you play as Hawk, a pre-made character with a set backstory, and I usually prefer creating my own character. Still, I'm determined to play through the whole Dragon Age series. Seeing Felicia Day show up in this game was a pleasant surprise. I played Dragon Age 2 for about an hour, and then the heat got to me. I was starting to feel gross and so over it, so I retreated to the bedroom and curled up next to the AC to keep playing Fantasy Life 2. Our house was built in 1901 and we don't have central air, just a couple of old AC units that we put in the windows. I honestly don't know how people lived without AC back then. Rurik came to say hello and to beg for food. So I took another break to get dinner from my favorite pizza place. Then I headed downstairs to hide from the heat and keep playing. By now, Fantasy Life had me fully invested. This is our female kitty Des. She's a bit of a diva. I was completely exhausted at this point, and I was counting down the hours until this game-a-thon was over. This is our third cat, Tybalt. We don't have any more cats than 3. I wrapped up the night upstairs in my cozy gaming room with Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm sad to say I haven't actually finished playing this game. It's one of my absolute favorite games, but I think part of me has been putting it off because once you finish it, that first playthrough magic is gone. You only get to experience it fresh once. This time, I'm playing as a Ravenclaw, which has been really fun. I'm a Gryffindor by heart. Well, a hat stall between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, but I choose Gryffindor. I love how each house has its own little story path. The detail in this game is just so good. I like playing on story mode difficulty because it makes the combat super easy. It takes the pressure off and lets the game feel more cozy and immersive, which is exactly what I wanted for the end of this game-a-thon. I just love exploring Hogwarts on foot. I don't use fast travel that much because the castle is so detailed and gorgeous, and it feels familiar and nostalgic just wandering through the halls slowly and noticing all the little details. It's one of my favorite parts about the game. Okay, can we just take a moment to appreciate these zone transitions? Ugh, stunning. So, did I finish all my games? Definitely not. But I did do exactly what I hoped. I let myself slow down and really sink into the kinds of games I love most. "12 hours later, my backlog is still a little intimidating, but I'm really glad I did this. I'd absolutely do it again.